morning, everyone. Welcome back to beautiful Taheton County, Iowa. Today we are going to be getting into spring planting stuff. We're going to be spreading some lime here in a minute. Quick updates on the farm. First off, the most obvious thing right there in the middle. We got a big bin now. That should hold all of our corn. If we did mostly corn, and probably should be able to hold it for like a year or two if we wanted it to. One of these other ones is going to be our soybeans. That one still has corn in it, so we'll have to clean that out first. But yeah, so and then yeah, one's going to hold soybeans, the other one is going to hold oats. If we need it to hold oats, if the flour mill that we are a part of doesn't need it, or wheat, whatever we end up growing, yeah. So yeah, there's that. Other big update, kind of. This series is going to be going into the new year, and then we're going to be switching over to FS25, and I'm going to start a new survival series on FS25. We're just going to watch this and be done with it, mainly because I think it's gotten way too big, and it's not really much of a survival series at this point. It's kind of just growing the farm, which it is. I guess that is survival. Anyways, yeah. So with that, it'll be probably 2 weeks into the new year before we start to switch over, maybe 3 weeks before we switch over to FS25. This can be the second full series on FS25. The dairy series will continue for a little bit into the new year, probably almost to the end of February. And then we'll see what we're thinking along there, if I can do a new dairy series or what. But yeah, as of recording this, FS25 just came out the other day. I haven't played it that much other than the stream, and yeah. So anyways, with that, other than not even other than the stream, other than the first day, but yeah, with that, we got some episodes, probably about 10 episodes from now till the end of this series. Anyways, we're gonna go through a normal year and then be done sometime mid-January, like I said. So yeah, with that though, if you guys can do me a huge favor, leave a like down below if you like this content, and subscribe to follow along. Lets me know that you guys kind of like this content, and I should keep making it as we get into FS25 full time here. As well as, actually no, never mind. There's nothing else there. But we're gonna go ahead and get into lime spreading now. We have some. Well, I was gonna say a surprise, but I think I made it the thumbnail, or will be the thumbnail. I don't know that right now, but anyways, yeah. With that, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys after this time lapse of lime spreading. Alright guys, welcome back after that time lapse of spreading lime with the spreader that we were renting from the co-op. I think you guys have seen that spreader in several other videos of the spring work, but we got the truck back too. We got a little bit more lime on there. We'll probably spread that on the ground across the road there, but for now we're gonna I would like to get some of this worked into the ground, make sure it doesn't get blown away or washed away or something like that. With how the weather is, you never know, so I like to get it tilled in a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. I've got the Challenger hooked up to the Kenzie speed till, or well, mock till I guess is what they call it. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and do a time lapse of some tillage here. I hope you guys are enjoying this episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed this time lapse now of doing some tillage. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the time-lapse episode of spreading lime and then doing tillage on this most of this field here. I'm going to get the rest of this tilled off camera though, and then probably get some of the other fields tilled and ready. So in the next episode we can plant oats and then obviously corn and soybeans in the next 2 episodes after that. But that'll do it for this episode. If you guys did enjoy, do me a huge favor. Leave that like down below and subscribe. Follow along. We're growing every day. Thankfully, thank you to you guys. We're growing every day, and I love all you guys' support. Yeah, with that though, that'll be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Alrighty guys, welcome back to beautiful Taheton County, Iowa. Today we are getting into oat planting. As you can see here, I've already planted the end rows on the west end here next to the house. Just trying to get the drill set. But this episode is going to be mainly just oat planting. We're going to go ahead and take off and do the first time around the field here in a second. And then we're going to go back and forth. But yeah. With that though, if you guys do like this content, leave that like down below. Let me know that you like it, so as we're getting into FS 25 full time here, I know to keep making this style content. Also subscribe then if you're not, which I know like 75% of you aren't. So then you guys can follow along in my journey. So with that though, yeah, we'll go ahead and jump in this time lapse. Thank you guys for watching. This will be a little bit shorter episode, I will say, because all we're going to do is a little bit of oat planting. I'm not going to probably record the entire field because I'm pretty sure this is going to take a while, and I know that you guys don't like watching long episodes of just doing the same thing. So we're going to keep it a little bit short, and yeah, so with that though, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy this time lapse. Alright guys, I just stopped down at the flour mill here and I'm helping them, they had a worker call out, so I was just delivering some flour over to our bread, and, well, just a bakery I guess, not a bread thing, but, yeah. Yep, so, I just loaded up the bakery a little bit. Looks like the auction site's going to have a good spring auction this year. That's all this equipment is for their spring auction. But yeah, so I just stopped down here. I figured it was kind of fitting. While the oats, while we were oat planting, I'd come down and help them a little bit quick. I also needed to run into town here and get some more fertilizer, which I only need a little bit more to be able to finish out that field. But while I was doing it, I might as well stop here and help these guys out. So yeah. So if you guys didn't see last year's episode, when we built this flour mill, we also built a bakery, and yeah. So we did some oat flour this year. We were gonna do some wheat, but decided just to do oat flour again because another local guy was gonna do some wheat. But yeah. With that though, that'll be the end of this episode. If you guys can do me a huge favor, leave that like down below if you like this content. I want to know, as we're getting into FS25 now, and I want to make sure that I'm making content that you guys actually want to watch. But yeah, with that though, also subscribe then, obviously, to follow along. I want you to be able to follow along as we go, and I really like having or would really like be able to make this a full-time thing so I can make better content for you guys than I do right now. But yeah. So with that though, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright guys, welcome back to beautiful Taheton County, Iowa. Today we're going to be planting our corn. Last episode we got done planting our oats. So today we're going to get into planting our corn. This field right next to the yard here, we're going to be planting into corn. And then the one that we worked in 2 episodes ago, where we had spread a bunch of lime and all that, our new ground basically. We're going to be planting that. Not all in this episode, but I'm going to try and get a probably 10-ish minute episode again, like usual. And then we'll end it there. So, yeah. With that, though, I am going to jump in the Challenger, and we're going to get to planting this field. But, as always, as I say at the start of the episode now, if you guys can do me a huge favor, if you like this content, leave the like down below. Let me know that it lets me know that you like it. So when we're getting into FS25 full time here, I'll know to make sure to make more of this style content as FS25 progresses. And yeah, so as well as then, if you do like it, then subscribe so you can follow along to follow the journey and see how my channel continues to grow. So, yeah. And how I continue to make better content for you guys. So, with that though, I'll go ahead and jump to the Challenger here. And I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Guys, hope you guys enjoyed that little time lapse here planting the small field here. I just came in, I was topping off the planter with seed and fertilizer just to make sure I have a good start for that field. It won't be enough obviously to finish the whole field, but I just wanted to make sure I had enough. And yeah, so I threw some more seed corn in there quick, and had a liquid tank that was now. I put it back inside, but yeah. So anyways, we'll go ahead and head over to the other field, and I'll at least get probably the end rows planted with you guys and maybe a couple passes. But yeah, so I'll see you guys after this time lapse of planting our big field. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that time lapse there of planting corn. I obviously have a bunch more year left to do, but we're gonna let this tractor go ahead and, I'm dumb. Anyways, we gotta walk over and get some more seed is what I was trying to say. We're gonna let it run here and we're gonna wander over, get our tender, and so we can fill up the planter, and we should be good on fertilizer for probably the rest of corn planting, but based on my quick math of how much seed I have in there and how much I have left here, I'm going to need at least another 20 to 30 bags. So, yeah. With that, though, that'll be the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do me a huge favor. Leave that like down below. Let me know that you like this content, so as we get into FS25, or as we get into FS25 full time now, we can continue to grow, continue to grow and find content that you guys like. And yeah, obviously then subscribe, because then you can follow along on the journey. So yeah, with that, thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate all you guys' support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Alright guys, welcome back to beautiful Taheton County, Iowa. Today we are getting into soybean planting. As you guys can see here, we are already planted a bunch of the field. We got a bunch of this little nook down here planted. We did 2 passes all the way around the field with the planter as well. And I don't think I did any others, just started working over here. I was having some troubles with the planter, which is why I got an extra seed bag here, as well as, I was just having some troubles. Right as we were ending corn planting, I had a hose blow and hydraulic hose blow on one of these row units. It looks like it was this one. Yep, this one right here. One of the hoses blew, and got some stuff in the meters, and I've been trying to clean it out a little bit as we've been going. But yeah, so I had to clean that up a little bit, and so I didn't film the entire episode so far, or the entire field planting, but now I'll get into the time lapse that you guys are used to. So this episode might be a little bit shorter, considering I don't have the whole field to plant now, but I hope you guys still do enjoy it. If you do enjoy this content, let me know. Leave that like down below. So as we get into FS25, we can continue to build this channel. So, and if you do like this content and you're not subscribed, like 75% of you or 77%, whatever it is, please hit subscribe as well. That helps more people see the content, and yeah, just like liking the content does, kind of, yeah. Anyways, YouTube algorithm stuff. So, yeah. With that, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this time lapse. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse there of planting soybeans. We got done planting. I just got back from the yard a little bit ago. But I got the semi all set up here. We're going to start spraying in the next episode. The oats need spraying, and everything will need to be sprayed. Both soybeans and corn, but yeah, I got the sprayer all ready. Just got it pulled out of the shed and kind of washed up a little bit. But yeah, so that'll be next episode. I hope you guys look forward to that. We'll get into some spraying. But that'll do it for this episode, though. I know it was probably a little bit quicker episode or shorter episode, whatever. But yeah, that's just how it kind of is sometimes with time-lapse stuff like this. But yeah, with that, if you guys did enjoy this episode, do me a huge favor. Leave that like down below. Let me know that you guys like this content, and subscribe to follow along. And yeah, so again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all your guys' support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to beautiful Taheton County, Iowa. Today we are going to be spraying, as I said at the end of our last episode when we were planting soybeans, we're going to be spraying here. First up, we're going to be spraying these oats here, which are just across the road. And then we'll get done with that, clean out, do some switchover stuff, and then we're going to spray the soybeans, because if we don't get a handle on some of the stuff in the soybeans, that stuff gets pretty bad. And then I'll spray corn, but I don't know if I'll be doing that in this episode as well. We'll see how far we get before the end of the day. Yeah, so with that, I'm going to jump into my Hagee sprayer, and we're going to get to spraying. But before that, as always, if you guys can do me a huge favor before we get into the episode, leave a like down below if you like this content. Let me know that you guys like this content as we get into FS25. Make sure that I make content that you guys like. And then subscribe, obviously. Then you got to follow along. I think the last couple episodes that I have recorded, I think it was at like 75% viewership wasn't subscribed. We're getting a little bit closer to 70 now. Yeah, subscribe. Follow along, guys. It's free. Nothing that you guys have to do extra. It just helps me continue to grow, so then I can make better content for you guys. So with that though, let's go ahead and get in the Hagee, and we better get to spraying. So I hope you enjoy. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that time lapse there of spraying both our oats and our soybeans. As I was actually driving past our cornfield, our cornfields, I was kind of looking at it, and I don't think they need to be sprayed right now, and I kind of hope they just don't need to be sprayed, because we sprayed the fields before we planted anything, and usually that does a good job taking care of most of the weeds. But yeah, so that'll do it for this episode, though. I know it was probably a little bit shorter, a little bit quicker, but yeah, that's kind of how spraying goes. It seems to just go by like that. It's pretty quick, but needs to be done. Otherwise, the weeds will take over your fields. If not this year, within the next couple of years, because of all the seeds that are created by some of these weeds. With that, though, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do me a huge, huge favor. Leave that like down below. Subscribe for more content. I post daily, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Alright guys, welcome back to beautiful Taheton County, Iowa. Today we are going to be getting into, I guess we're not getting into anything. We're going to a retirement sale for a neighbor. We went to the one that I used to work for. We went to his last year. This guy is just down the road. And I've known him for most of my life, and yeah. So we're going to that sale today. I'm not gonna try and buy anything off the sale. I just want to see how everything goes, and I want to see how the guy is doing and everything, and just talk with everyone. It's usually it's kind of a sad thing when a guy retires, but it usually brings a lot of people together, and it's a chance to talk to people that sometimes you haven't seen in a long time, or sometimes that don't get to talk to all the time. But yeah. So with that, though, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to head over there, and we're going to do our normal auction style stuff. I'll give you a little tour of all the equipment, and yeah. So with that, though, I will say, if you guys like this content, do me a huge, huge favor. Leave that like down below. Let me know that you guys like it, and we will make sure to put it into more episodes going forward as we get into FS25 full time, as well as then make sure you're subscribed so you can follow along. Because I know how the YouTube algorithm works sometimes, and it doesn't. If you're just stumbling upon this for the first time, there's a fair chance you won't be able to see any more of my videos unless you either like it or subscribe. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into it, and I hope you enjoy. Alright guys, so I'm just getting here. The neighbors are letting us park in the grass field across the road, so we're going to wander down here. Start to look at equipment. They got a nice shed over here, shop, and then barns. I don't know if that's what you'd call it, because it's not really the normal hoop style barn, but it's the canvas style. It's got a bunch of bulk bins he used to have. He used to do some bean stuff, or seed cleaning and seed stuff. So he would bring the beans in and be able to treat them himself. But yeah, so here's all his bins. That's his house over there. But yeah, here is the equipment lineup. I'm just gonna go through, look at everything quick, and make sure I know everything before I talk to you guys. But well, I'll be right back, basically. All right. So I just went through, made sure everything I knew what was here, and yeah. So this guy farmed alone, so a lot of this stuff is gonna look like that. You can kind of tell that farmed alone, but didn't really share much equipment. Kind of had to do everything on his own. But that's kind of usually how it is sometimes with farmers. If you don't know the right people at the right time, you don't some things just don't work out. And yeah, anyways, you guys don't care about that. Let's get into the equipment he had. I believe this AGI Westfield auger isn't that old. I believe, yeah, 94 foot, 13-inch auger. Um, yeah. This one is like a year or two old. A little, basically to unload the bins auger. I forget they call it something specific, but yeah, it just unloads the bin. Yeah. So X44 AGI as well. Yeah, we'll just go back and forth because there's just a bunch of wagons. We got a case. What are they? 335, if I remember. Yeah, 335 vertical tillage disc. He had another one, but must have sold it. The other one did a little bit deeper tillage than this uh, vertical tillage one. But yeah, not many hours on it, if I remember right. But yeah. He's got a case 2140, yeah, or 2150, sorry. 12 row planter like mine that I used to have, if you remember, except for he doesn't have any fertilizer system on it. But got row markers. So it's basically like the one that I used to have, even though now I have a 6. We got a Best Way 1200 sprayer here. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Brent 66 or 644 wagons, or maybe there's 6. Oh, yep, there's 6. I don't know how to do math. But like I said, he used to farm basically on his own, so he would fill up all the wagons before he has to start taking it down. Yeah, so this basically let him put 1,000 bushels of storage out in the field, or 1,000, 3,000 bushels of storage out in the field, and then he wouldn't have to worry about going to dump for a little while or anything like that. And, he could eventually bring it all into the bins. All right, so next up we got a Case Tigermate 200 here. It's got both the harrow and the rolling basket, or not, yeah, whatever you guys call these pine levelers, whatever you call them, that cultivator. I think this also doesn't have many hours on it. I think these two were bought the same year, but yeah. Next up, he has a Case. Let's see if I can see the number 3 something. It looked like 3050. I'm guessing that means it's a 30-foot head, which means it would be able to take one swath of his 12 row 30-inch planter. An auger head. I believe it's not terribly old. I think both of these heads aren't terribly old, even though his combine's a little bit older. I think his corn head was an older metal framed one, and it had a couple holes worn into it, so finally had to replace it. And then he said, "Well, I might as well just get a new bean head one at 2." So yeah, he's a big Case guy, if you can't tell. Got an 8 row corn head, which is kind of weird, but don't, like I said, I don't think it's that old looking at it. Maybe 3 or 4, 5 years old. But yeah. Next up, he's got an original 986. This used to be his big horsepower tractor, is what he used to say. But actually, I think the weight bracket actually broke at one point, he said, which was actually convenient timing because then he bought this 310 Magnum. Well, he had another, like a 1486 or 1286 or 1086 or something like that. I forget. But yeah, about that time that 12 or that 1086 or whatever else he had broke down. Yeah, went out and bought that Magnum, that 310 Magnum there, and had this 986 mainly as his auger tractor now, and sometimes it would pull some loads out of the field as well, but not very often because it doesn't have much horsepower. Because right next to that, this 135 Maxim does have a little bit more horsepower. I think this is almost a brand new tractor, if I remember hearing him right. um, like 2 years old at most. And he actually sold the loader. I did hear that earlier today that he had sold the loader and stuff for this already um, to another neighbor who offered him a good price, and they're pretty good friends, anyways. I think so. Yeah. So um, yeah, I guess we'll go to the Magnum since I already talked about it a little bit. I believe this is a 2010 Magnum off the top of my head, but do not quote me on that. I think he said it has about 1,000, 1,200, maybe 1,200 hours. Yeah. So next up is his 2588 with duals. Believe this combine is exactly 20 years old, if I remember right. It has 5,538 separator hours and 4,278 engine or separator hours, and the first one was engine hours. Sorry, was reading it wrong. Definitely took that from our actual combine life. That was the number that I saw this year. That's why I came up with those numbers that way. But yeah, so that's all of his equipment. I'll kind of show you over here. Actually, you know what? I'll just pull it up on my tablet quick. Alrighty, guys. So I pulled up my tablet here. So this guy actually farms 125 here, 124. Yeah, one of his neighbors actually owns this grass slot here. There's some bins, a couple hog barns right in between here. But he farmed 124, 125, 127 back here, and 126. And then there's a grass field right here that he also farms as well. But yeah, he farmed all of this on his own and continued to make it work. The only reason I think he was retiring, from my understanding, was because him and his wife wanted to travel a little bit before he. I think he's not in the greatest of health, so I think they wanted to travel a little bit more, and get out and see things before things would turn worse if they were to. Um, but yeah, I think he wants the opportunity to be able to see some things. So yeah, we're not going to go for any of the land, like I said in previous episodes, but yeah, we're kind of maxed out right at the moment what we got. So yeah, but yeah, with that though, like I said, I don't think I'm gonna buy anything here, but if I were to, I'll come back and talk to you guys after the auction. I'll probably just come back and talk to you guys after the auction. Just say how it went. Yeah, maybe show you guys some stuff around the farm. I don't know what else I'd have to show you. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys. So I got back from the auction a little bit ago. I was actually working on my computer doing some bookwork stuff. Didn't end up buying anything. Like I said, I didn't really need to buy anything. I do need to clean up my yard a little bit. But yeah, so the auction went really well for that guy. I think he made out pretty good on all of the stuff. The combine went for about 30,000, which was a little bit more than I thought it was going to go for. I think the same guy bought the combine in the heads. So I think that after selling everything, I think he made about 60,000 on that combine, which is about a little bit more than honestly I thought he would have made. But yeah, so I'm glad he did well on that and did well on everything. He takes good care. He has taken good care of all of his equipment and deserved deserved to do well on everything there. And I'm glad he did. But yeah, uh, I guess I don't really have anything else for this episode. It was kind of a shorter episode. It was just kind of like a bonus episode that I wanted to throw in here. Um, since it is the day after. Hang on, hang on. Well, it's not. It's the weekend after. I was just double checking my dates. It is the weekend after Christmas. Um, I wanted to make sure I had some good. Well, I wanted to make sure I had enough episodes here. So after Christmas, so I wanted to make sure that. Yeah, yeah. So I know this is a little bit shorter. I'm sorry about that, but it is content that I wanted to put out. I know it's probably not the most quality content, but this stuff I kind of like doing. Kind of shows you other sides of farming that some people don't get to show. But yeah, with that though, that'll be the end of this episode. If you guys did do me a huge favor, leave that like down below. Let me know that you guys like this content so we can continue in FS25. Also, subscribe, follow along. It's free. It doesn't cost you, or obviously doesn't cost you anything then, and it helps me out to make sure I can continue to grow and I can keep making better and better content for you going into the future. So, with that, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all your guys' support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace! Alright guys, welcome back to beautiful Taheton County, Iowa. Today we are going to be getting into our oat harvest. As you can see here, the oats are ready. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, pretty short, simple. We're going to be combining the field here just across the road. I'll get the end rows off, and then I'm going to bring all the wagons over, but you guys won't see that, or not the wagons, but the semis and the grain carts. I'll bring them over, and but you guys won't see me do all that. I'll just get the end rows off and then come back, and then go back to the time lapse anyway. So with that though, if you guys like this content, do me a huge favor, leave that like down below, let me know that you like it, and subscribe to follow along on my journey to continuing to grow, or well, I guess honestly on my journey to 100,000 subscribers. That's kind of my biggest goal for this channel, but yeah, and I know we are far away from it yet, but yeah. So with that though, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all you guys' support in watching these videos, and I'll see you guys after this time lapse. Alright guys, so we're just pulling into my grain mill here, or the one that I have a significant share in. We're going to drop off our oats now, and then we're going to go back and bale that straw up quick tonight, or today, in this episode. But first off, we're dropping the oats off so we can hopefully keep the grain mill running for a little while. I did not pull onto that straight, but oh well. I think this trailer, if I remember right, holds about 1,500 bushel, maybe a little bit more. Probably overloading it a little ways. Definitely by weight, we probably shouldn't be hauling that much. But oh well. So we should be about empty then. We will be about empty, and then yeah, like I said, we'll go back and then we're gonna bale the straw. Yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying this episode, and I'll see you guys back at the farm. Alright guys, got back, got the trucks parked, got them obviously got them empty, and then came back, and now we're gonna go ahead and bale up the straw. I don't know if I'll do all of this. I'm probably gonna do at least some of it for you guys, but then I'll bale the rest of it off camera. And then yeah, so we'll get all this baled, and in this lovely time lapse you're about to watch again. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys are enjoying this episode. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, as you saw there, I ran out of twine in the baler, so I came back over to the truck. I got another pallet in the back of the truck here, and I'm going to go ahead and, over this direction, you can actually see it, I'm going to go ahead and get it refilled, but I think that's all I'm going to do for this episode. I'm going to have a ton of bales, and hopefully Derry here will come pick it up. They'll probably actually wait until we get done with soybean harvest, because we'll bale up that stuff for them too, yeah. But that'll do it for this episode. I want to give you guys a huge shout out. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support I've been getting. Since harvest, I've been growing, harvest video, or like the harvest shorts and videos around harvest time. I've been growing pretty exponentially, which was kind of nice there for a little bit, or is kind of nice, anyways. Whatever. Thank you guys for your guys' support. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah. So with that being said, if you guys did like this video, do me a huge favor. Leave that like down below so you can follow along. Or leave that like down below. Let me know that you like this content, so as we get into FS25, we can make sure to keep making it. As well as then, if you liked it, you might as well subscribe. It's free. Nothing to it for you guys, or nothing but all it does is support me and my channel and helps me grow so I can make more. and better content for you and going into the future. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Right, guys, welcome back to beautiful Taheton County, Iowa. Today we're getting into soybean harvest. I just came in and got my first semi-load unloaded. We're on the big field here, just on the other side of our hill. Yeah, I got the small field done by the other acreage over there earlier, and then yeah, now we just got all the end rows off of the big field and did a little bit more, enough to get us a full semi. So yeah, but yeah, today we're gonna be doing soybean harvest. It's gonna be a time lapse as per usual, and then we might even do some straw baling if we have the opportunity to. If it doesn't feel like it's that long of an episode, I'll do some straw baling too. Probably just do a little bit over at that smaller field. But yeah, we're gonna get into the soybean harvest here. If you guys can do me a huge favor, if you like this kind of content, leave that like down below. Let me know that you like it. It lets me know that you like it, so that I can keep making this kind of content as we get into FS25. Yeah, also subscribe. Then if you're not subscribed, then you can follow along for better content. Not better content, but follow along as my channel continues to grow, and hopefully I make better content if I can make this a full-time thing for you guys. So with that, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go ahead and jump back in this semi that's revving up a lot in the background. But we're going to go ahead and head over to the field, and we're going to get to soybean harvest. I hope you enjoy. Alrighty guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the soybean harvest, and then now the little bit of straw baling that I'm going to share with you guys. The rest of it I'm going to do off camera if I do it before corn harvest, because I think we're going to be starting corn harvest here real quick on this episode, or probably, yeah, I'm probably not even going to bale that yet. I'm going to get into corn harvest here for the next episode, so yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you did, do me a huge favor. Leave that like down below. Let me know that you guys like this content, and also then subscribe while you're down there so we can continue to grow. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all you guys' support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Welcome back, everyone, to beautiful Taheton County, Iowa. Today we are getting into corn harvest, but as you can see here very clearly, we have a very special demo that we are trying out, even though we will never actually end up ever buying one of these combines, but it was just a lucky demo that we got our hands on. So we got an X9 1100 here, as you can see, with the John Deere corn head, folding corn head. Yeah, so we're going to be combining our corn here. We are actually, let's see if I can get a good angle of this, in our new, there we go, in our new field. You kind of see it way over there. The shop is just over the road basically, and so we're in the soybean field just across the road. In last episode, combining those soybeans, so now we are just combining corn that's just right across the road. So we got the luxury of demoing this cornfield, or demoing this combine to harvest this cornfield. So yeah, with that, this would be just another time-lapse episode. I don't know, we'll see how long the length is. I don't know how much of combining this whole field we'll get in, but yeah, so time-lapse episode of corn harvest as per usual. I gotta pop in here and say thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all you guys' support, but if you guys can do me a huge favor, if you like this content, let me know down below by liking the video, and also subscribe so you can follow along. Yeah, with that though, we'll go ahead and get into it, and I hope you enjoy. Alrighty guys, that'll do it for corn harvest. I got some, I got some patches yet to clean up a little bit, where the head, for whatever reason, doesn't pick it up because the mod's broken, and yeah. Anyways, with that, that'll do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do me a huge favor. Leave that like down below. Let me know that you like it, so as we get into FS25 full time here, we can make better content and content that you guys actually want to watch. So, and also then subscribe while you're down there. You might as well, so you can keep following along. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all your guys' support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to beautiful Taheton County, Iowa. Today is the final consignment sale that we're going to be going to. As I kind of stated several episodes back, this series would be ending soon. It'll actually be ending next episode now. But I wanted to put together another consignment sale just because that was a very important part of this series for most of the series. So I figure I might as well put another one together here quick. And then next episode I'll kind of go through what I'll probably sell everything and then give you guys the total, kind of like I did at the end of Through the Ages series a couple months back now. Yeah. So I don't know quite yet. As of recording this, I don't know what series is going to be replacing this. I imagine I'm going to do some sort of a survival series on FS25. I think as of recording this, I haven't really fully started recording on FS25 yet. Mainly, I've been doing, I think I've been doing kind of, or I'm going to be doing more Learn It With Me, Learn FS25 With Me series, but we'll see about that. But that's a different series. That's, yeah. Anyways. But yeah. So yeah, we'll go ahead and go to it's the consignment sale. I'll go through it like I normally do, and then we'll next episode we'll do our normal outro for the series. So if you guys can do me a huge favor, as we are continuing to try and get to 100,000 subscribers is my main goal. I would really appreciate it if you guys can subscribe if you're not, if you're new here, and also like the video. If you do like the video or like this content, lets me know that I need to make more of it as we get into FS25. So yeah, with that though, let's go ahead and get into it, and I'll see you guys down at the consignment yard. Alright guys, I'm just getting pulled up. Well, I actually already parked my truck over in the parking lot already. Just walking up here to the sale. Gonna wander in, get my ticket quick, and then I'll be right back out, and I'll show you guys around. Per usual, we're just gonna go through all the equipment, gonna say what kind of cool, what's neat. Since it's the end of the series, I won't be buying anything at the sale. We'll just kind of go through the normal auction. So I hope you enjoy this episode, and I appreciate all your guys' support throughout this entire series. All right, so we got back here to the consignment yard at the airport here, and probably just gonna run through this really fast because I know some of these episodes have been really long, and I know you guys don't really like that, so I'm just gonna try to get through it as quickly as I possibly can, while still showing you most of this stuff. Okay, so here we go. First up, we have a New Holland Draper head on its own buggy, or built-in buggy, I guess you could say. Then we got a Kubota LA2255 loader. And then we got a John Deere 7600. And what do we got? A Gleaner head by the looks of it. House Chalmers 30. I think it's technically a Gleaner head, but yeah. Then we got a Steiger 620 on tools. Got a white. Oh wait, it's up here. If I remember right. Nope. Whatever. The white. I think it's like a 9900 24-row planter. Got fertilizer system on it. Then we got a Kloss 300 pickup head for hay pickup head. Got a Kuhn 30 FC 3525 mower conditioner. I'm pretty sure is what it's called. John Deere 7700 here. Then next to that, something that you don't see every day in the U.S., but there are some around. At least in my area, there are a couple around. It's a Deutz Fahr. I forget how I've heard it before, but a Deutz Fahr tractor. The 7250. I literally know absolutely nothing about these. I think they're made by AGCO. Maybe they're a separate company. I don't know, but I think they're pretty close relation to AGCO. Or I could be completely wrong, and I apologize. Then we got a Wilson Pace Setter. That is a Farm Rescue logoed trailer. If you guys don't know what Farm Rescue is, it's a nonprofit organization that helps out farmers in need. Let's say, I think one of the examples, the first time I ever saw them in my area was a farmer had passed away and had several hundred acres that needed to be combined, and some of the neighbors were helping out, but Farm Rescue came in and finished out the bulk majority of the acres for the family. And yeah, sometimes like equipment loss, stuff like that, they'll come in and help with that too. We got a John Deere 1725 Maximerge folding planter here. Yeah. We got a anhydrous bar here. Must be a 60 foot if that's what TV. Maybe not. Doesn't look like it's a 60 foot. Could be completely wrong. I'm just gonna shut up and move on to the next one. We got a Howell manure spreader here. Looks like it's just like a one that spreads it, not a one that knifes it in. We got a John Deere chopping head. Sorry, I was looking at my phone for a second. We got a John Deere corn chopper chopping head. Yeah. Anyways, we got a round. Yeah, this is a round bale loader, self loader, or whatever they call them. Yep. Kinsey 8-row planter. I believe it's 8-row. Yep, 8-row planter. Then we got Massey Ferguson 2270 large square baler. Then over here we got a New Holland manure spreader, a Kinsey 1321 cart, and then a Mack dump truck, like one of them that I actually had on this series for a little while. And then actually something else that I had on this series for a little while, a John Deere 630 disc. And then right next to that is a MacDon. Yeah, it looks like a MacDon Draper head. I was trying to make sure. I'm pretty sure there's like the actual like mowing head mod installed here, so I was trying to make sure that wasn't one of the mowing ones. It looks like it's one of the Draper ones. So we got a Pottinger baler, round baler. Then we got a John Deere 8R 280 right next to that. And well, it's a rotary hoe. I don't know. Oh, well, there's the brand. Yeah, whatever. It's a rotary hoe. Next up, we got a grain train load king grain train. I don't know if that's actually what they call them. I've just heard other people refer to them, and that's what I now refer to the uh, wagon setup or the wagon setups, um, semi-trailer setups as. Then we got a Gearinghoff 16 row head. Then we got a John Deere 16 row folding head. Then we got a Pottinger Tedder. Right next to that, we got a Case 4490. And then we got a Massey Ferguson 1840. And then we got a Fendt auger head instead of a draper head. Then we got a John Deere. I'm guessing that's the 50 footer platform head draper. Then we got a Kenzie 1051. And then next to that, we got a Case 8860 mower condition, or yeah, self-propelled mower. And then next to that, we have a Alice Chalmers a 7000. Then we got, I believe this is a New Holland pickup head. Don't quote me on that. But we got a Case 8940 with a front wheel assist. Then we got whatever that brand is, cultivator. And then we got a Case 465 speed tiller. And yeah, so sorry if I'm kind of rushing through these. I'm just trying to make sure I get through everything within a timely manner, like I said at the beginning of the episode. Print over here. We got the Niner X 60 or 640 on road track tires, and another John Deere chopping head that is a folding version. Then next up, we got a New Holland platform head that doesn't come with a nice little buggy. Then we got another John Deere 645 platform head. And then we got a multi-pack, three or whatever bale picker upper thing. That sounds dumb, but it picks up like three of the big square bales and stacks it, so you don't have just a ton of bales laying out there. You can pick them up with this. And anyways, we got a 9620 RX here. It's on it's not road track. It's just the normal version. We got a Dagelman Pro Till 40. High speed disc is what it is. Then we got a John Deere 690, like the one that I have on the series here. Then we got a Demco side dump here. And then New Holland. Oh, fun fact, Demco wagons, grain carts, trailers are made in a town / city not that far away from where I live. Actually, I think it's technically an hour. Actually, yeah, both where their headquarters is and where their second manufacturing is, I believe, is exactly an hour from me, equally. So yeah. Anyways, next up we got a New Holland again, platform head on a nice little buggy again. Then we got a New Holland 900 chopper that you pull behind a tractor. Then we got a Dakota grain trailer. And we got a Kloss 1033 Scorpion. Next to that is a Case 2300 part for a seed drill. Then we got a Dagelman, a rock picker, and a Case 12 row 2150 without the markers on the side. So, yeah. We got a DV60 planter, DV style planter. This is like the 36 row version or whatever that is installed, or that is in the mod hub, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I went out of my way to find that. We got a John Deere 7220 here. And then we got a chopping head that is meant to be able to be fit on this mod can be fit on any of the chopping setups or choppers that is in the game. Next up, we got a Kuhn baler. It's a V3190. It's a round baler. Then we got a 1051 AGI auger here. Another round bale picker upper, round bale loader. Holy, yeah. PJ trailer here, and another MacDon head. A case 230 with its license plates on because someone's an idiot, and when I was putting this stuff here, I forgot to do that on some things I noticed. We got a John Deere 8230 here. Side note to you guys, the 30 series tractor from John Deere is probably one of my favorite, at least this style 30. I think there's another, you could say like the early 3010s and 3020s were, back in the day, those were also a 30 series, but this stuff that came out in the earlier 2000s was definitely some of my favorite stuff too. Next up, we got a International 1440, and then another Wilson trailer next to it, another Kinsey 1051 cart. Quick sprint over to here. We got a Kloss 350 round baler, and then we got a New Holland big baler, big square baler again. One of their fancy newer style ones. Next to that, we got a Steiger Bearcat CM225. I assume that refers to the motor. Next up, we got a 50-foot John Deere gripper head. Then we got a Versatile 500 next to that, and then a New Holland chopper next to that. Then we got a Anderson X-Tractor IFX 720. I think this is the round bale one, round bale wrapper. But don't quote me. Next up, we got a John Deere early style corn chopping head, like in the 80s, 90s style. Then we got a John Deere 616 corn head, not the folding style, but we got a I don't know what brand, but it's a TL1239. I assume it means 12-inch 39 foot auger, I assume, but I'm probably wrong. Then we got a front loader that has its license plate on it. It's a Viber. Probably just butchered that name, but these are, I've actually seen some of these. I think this is a German company, but I think there's actually a couple in the area that you'll see every once in a while now. A lot of the European companies are starting to grow their market in the U.S. and a lot of U.S. customers kind of like having a different variety than some of the U.S. based stuff, because some of the U.S. based stuff they just stopped caring about their customers. So then next up we got a Jaguar a Kloss Jaguar chopper. Then we got a Kuhn mower here. It's a GMD 3511. Then we got a Chevy dump truck, or whatever. Maybe they call them the old grain box. Then we got a Massey 2370. Next to that is a Case 1400 or whatever the number is, windrower. And then we got a Diablo roller, and then we got a 680 J&M cart. Next to that is also another Deutz 7250 tractor, and then we got a Kuhn, a Kubota skid steer, and then we got a Kuhn Knight feed mixer. Definitely, I'm just blind. I need to get through this already. We got a John Deere 643R, and then we got a Kuhn Speed Rake 300. and then a New Holland twin rotor 99. Yeah, the old combine. Brand on this one. We got a Honeybee 50 foot, 45 foot flex head. Then we got a Kinsey 6 row 3000 planter. Then a Kubota XMS 218, unless it's XM5 218. Anyways, it's a sprayer. So then over here we got two John Deere high-speed discs. Like they're both 2680s. Then we got another anhydrous bar, small one, and then another anhydrous bar, and then another anhydrous bar. Must have been sale on them at one point. Gee. And there's a New Holland 742 telehandler, and then we got next to that a New Holland T8 380 Genesis dual tractor with license plate again. I'm stupid. Then we got a New Holland T9 700 tracked articulating tractor. And then we got a Kuhn GM 3123. And then we got a New Holland S2200 chopper. Next to that, we have a Case 1830 row crop cultivator. And then we got Stropman feed mixer, self-propelled feed mixer. And then we got a Case 2400 seed drill cart. And then we got another Boss 300 pickup head. And then we got an extra axle for a low loader. And then we got a Kubota SX U spread. Anyways. Next up, we got a Case 2150 24 row planter. Then we got a New Holland SP 400 sprayer. Then we got a Case Dynaflex. I don't know what that actually says. Terraflex, maybe? Terraflex, yep. Terraflex self cart, whatever. It's got its own built-in cart head platform draper head. We got a Peterbilt semi here. And then we got another New Holland S2200 chopping chopper. Yep, there you go, guys. Chopping chopper. That's what it is. Anyways, we got a belly dump trailer here, and then we got a Hardy Navigator for 40i. I don't know what that means, but yeah, pull behind sprayer. We got another anhydrous bar, TB37. We got a water tender or milk tender, whichever they use it for. And then another 690 mower or baler that I have. And then we got a JCB teleskid here. And we got a John Deere 2700 disc ripper. And then we got a AgriLiner cart. Yeah, AgriLiner cart. Anyways, we got a John Deere 50 foot, as you can see there, HD 50 flex head. And then we got a Lemkin Solitaire 12, which I think is a seed drill, if I remember right. And then next up, we got another chopping head. And next to that, we got a TV60 anhydrous bar, and then an anhydrous tank. And then we got probably one of my favorite mods that needed to come out earlier, but didn't, and I still love it now. It's a Timpty auger cart. Basically, at least most of us in my area, or most people around in this area, use it as their fertilizer tender, and yeah, which we got 2 of them here. So yeah, they use them as fertilizer tenders. You go pick up whatever you need, whether usually it's not lime because lime will pack real hard in some of these trailers. But usually if they need a bulk fertilizer, they'll have one of these. And if they're also big enough to justify it, they'll, yeah. Anyways, we got 2 Fent round balers. They're both Rotana 60 versions. They also wrap. We got a Fent 940 on tracks here. Then we got a Kloss a 5000 articulating tractor. Although, if I remember right, this tractor doesn't actually articulate. The tires just turn. And then we got another Timpty trailer here. And then another. Nope, this is the actual mowing head for the one mod. A Kloss 5200 or Kloss. It's a Challenger 52. I'm stupid. Whoa, I didn't mean to hit that. We got a Fent 9T. Next to that is the Massey Ferguson mower that would use that head. And then we got a Kloss 8900 Lexion here. Then we got a Kloss telehandler and then a Massey two Massey telehandlers. Then we got the Challenger that would go with that mower head down there. And then a Challenger tractor, just like the one that I have on the farm here. And we got a Fent Rogator 665. This is usually only used in short row crop, or short, not row crop, but like wheat and canola production farms usually will have one of these. Not really corn farms. Maybe you could use it in soybeans, but yeah. Next to that, we got a Kinsey planter 24 row. Then we got a Vermeer mower like the one that I have, and then a Vermeer bale chopper that cattle guys use to spread out bedding for their house. Two Timpty trailers here, just normal ones, not the auger ones. Then we got a Fent big square baler, and then next to that we got another Kloss 8900 on the tracks. Then we got a Case 16 row 2150, just like the one that I have. Then we got a Case 400 with the tracks as their back axle. Then we got a pellet. This day it's been a long day. And then we got, yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna move on. Not even gonna. We got a Case 9250 here. Next to that, we got another Case 475 feed tiller. And then we got another Case 16 row 2150. And then we got one of these little feeder carts that works with some of the cattle feeding mods. For cattle sheds and cattle. Yeah, anyways. This is a international or Case platform head. And we got a Hardy Centura sprayer. Next to that, we got one of the Kelly Diamond 60-foot arrows. Next to that, we got a Fent 1038. And then next to that, we have Great Plains Turbo Chisel. And then this is like a fertilizer tender, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember why I downloaded this mod, especially as big as it is, but yeah. And we got a seed tender here. Got a 8310 RT on narrow belt tracks, and then we got another seed tender here, and then another anhydrous tank that's got an FCA co-op logo on it. Then we got a Vermeer tedder and a Vermeer round baler, 605 round baler. Then we got a Kinsey mocktail 412. Then a Vermeer rake R2 2800 rake. And then we got another Vermeer mower like mine is. It's a 1410. Another Kinsey mocktail 412. And then another Timpty trailer, just like I was talking about, the auger style one. Back there's the auger. Then we got Massey, Massey 416N round baler, and then a Fent big square baler again. Then we got a Challenger on LSWs. 1050 Challenger as well. Then we got a Kinsey 24 row planter. And then we got a Ideal, Massey Ideal NT 9T combine. Then we got a Fent, or a Fent, jeez, we got a Massey round baler here again, and then another Fent big square baler right next to another Vermeer chopper, bale chopper, and then a Kinsey 24 row planter next to a Fent 1167, the big boy, and next to a smaller 943. Then we got a Kloss 8900 Lexion, like my Kloss that I have been using for harvest earlier. Well, for soybeans, that was originally going to be the one going forward. But since I'm deciding to end this series here in this episode, yeah. Anyways, we got a Challenger MT743, like the one that I got. And then we got a Fent loader. Then we got a 620 auger platform head. Then we got another Max chisel. Just this one actually has finishing baskets on the back, other than the one that we saw earlier. We got a John Deere 2100 deep ripper, subsoiler, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't do as much tillage as that Max chisel would. This one is a John Deere 100, which is kind of the same as the 690, but I don't know what's actually different. And then we got a Wilson trailer here. Stock trailer, whatever you guys call them. Then we got a John Deere sprayer attachment for like the, oh, it's right there. I'll show you here in a minute then. We got a Kenworth T80 or T880, like the one that I have as well. And then we got a Fent big square baler. Next to that, we got a John Deere windrower. It's a 2280. So then we got a JBS newer spreader. And then another John Deere windrower. It's a 235. And then a John Deere 16 row folding corn head. And then a John Deere 4940. This is what I was talking about. This 4940 would fit under that sprayer, and then it would attach to this. This also has a dry box, which, if I remember right, there's one somewhere down there. There's a dry box that's already on a 4940. Anyways, moving on, we got a Fent 930 here, and then a Fent Inning 714. That's a Fent 714. Yeah. Anyways, we got a Verstad drill here. Next to that, we got a Kloss 100 series 890, exactly like the one that I have on this series. Then we got an International Omaha standard grain box. Yeah. Anyways, we got a platform head. I'm stupid. We got a flat deck trailer here, gooseneck flat neck trailer. I'm gonna move on. We got a Kloss 80. Yeah, Kloss 80 tender. And then next to that, we got a John Deere 9RT 570. And then we got a Hardy Commander 45 sprayer. And then we got a bale chopper. It's a Kuhn chopper that throws it a little bit farther and is more directional than the Vermeer style. We got a Lockwood. I'm pretty sure this is a feed mixing wagon, if I remember right. But yeah. Next to that, we got a Thunder Creek trailer. And then we got a 9470 RX right next to that. This Thunder Creek is a fuel trailer, if I didn't say that. Then we got a Massey 5S 105. Basically like a small loader yard tractor. Then we got a Honeybee 240 flex head. And then we got a Kloss 770 combo head, whatever. Then we got a sunflower disc here. It's a 631 or 6631.
with the what looks like more of a chopping vertical tillage style blade. Next to that, we got a New Holland head, platform head with a trailer. Here is the other 4940 with a dry box on it, unlike the one that was up there. This one, why I'm spreading. Next to that, we got a John Deere 70 or 1770 NT 24 row planter. And then last but not least, we got a Case Titan 3040 spreader, or well, whatever you want to call them. It's basically meant you could put a dry box on here or a spreader box on it or liquid box. Yeah. So, anyways, that's the end of this auction tour. Like I said, I'm not going to buy anything, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and end this episode here. I know this was probably a little bit more of a boring auction episode, unlike my other ones where I would actually buy stuff. But I am, like I said, I'm trying to get everything kind of squared away on this series, and so we can end it in the next episode. If you guys can do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. Let me know that you guys like this content so I can keep making it as we get into FS25. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all you guys' support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Alright guys, welcome back to beautiful Taheton County, Iowa. So as I kind of said in the last episode, this is going to be the last episode of the Taheton Survival Series, at least on FS22. So if they do update the map to put it to FS25, that would be awesome, but I kind of doubt it based on the little bit that I've heard about these modders and the little bit that I've read. I don't think, unless someone else does it, I don't think they will. But I don't know. That's completely up to them. I'm not them. So if they do, I would love it. I would love to see this map on there, but we will see. That being said, I decided I'm going to do kind of a quick tour of everything. Show you guys everything that I've got, everything that I've built. Everything that I built for the map too, just kind of from the creative perspective side. Yeah, so I guess first up, if you guys remember, I had a different farm setup to start. What actually happened was I logged off after probably, gosh, I don't know what episode was that. Whatever the storm episode that I called it way back at the beginning of this series. What actually happened was something corrupted the file, which is why I was never really a huge fan of this map. Was the first startup first couple startups that I had with this map, I had so many issues. The survival got corrupted 2 different times. This save got corrupted 2 different times. The first time completely washed it. I had to restart, which is why we had the storm come through. So yeah, which honestly I kind of like that. Gave me an opportunity to kind of build the stuff a little bit more the way I wanted versus the way I kind of had started it at. But yeah, and then there was another time on the dairy series when the Taheton County dairy was a thing. It actually got corrupted as well, and yeah, I actually, which wasn't really their fault. What actually happened was I was in the middle of recording, and during that recording I lost power for a little bit. Even though I have a battery backup, it didn't switch in right away, so my computer like flashed and shut down. So I lost some of the save file for the game, as well as I lost a bunch of the recording of
silage chopping that day. So you guys will have to watch those episodes. They're deep within the playlist, but yeah. So yeah, I guess I built this little house here because honestly, in real life, I don't think I'm ever gonna need a big house. I don't really. I don't know. This is gonna sound probably counterintuitive more than you guys care to hear. But I don't really plan on having kids. And if my girlfriend and I ever, uh, if we do decide, it's I can expand a house pretty easily. I can build. I've done a lot of construction stuff, so I could build stuff if I needed to, if I or wanted to, just to give myself some more room at some point. But yeah, I like this house style. I think this was a really good mod. But like I said, I really like this house. The white and black is really cool to me. And then you got the wood siding like that. That's awesome. So in here, in this little garage here, um, we got Ford F-350. Yep, F-350. Um, I'll show you guys. I think that's one pickup, and the other one's down at the auction yet. I literally stopped recording the auction episode, jumped back here, and then started this episode because I'm trying to get these done today because I actually Uh, as of recording this, I have a Thanksgiving to go to, which I know this is actually coming out in January, but I'm trying to get a bunch of these backlogged so I can get through some of the holidays without having to worry about recording anything and make sure you guys have some content. So, anyway, we got our coon drill, our dry box spreader, a sunflower ripper or disc ripper, and the sunflower cultivator that's back there. That disc ripper I use like once, um, mainly because even though we do disc rip in real life, I don't think that we need to do it in real life as often as we do. But also that those episodes took an immense amount of time to record. Whenever I do a tillage episode, usually like it's actually maybe I'll record 45 minutes of actual tillage stuff, and then I go off screen and to finish up tillage on the rest of the farm or something. I mean, it sometimes would take, especially when I did the neighbor stuff in early episodes. Some of that, I mean, it would take me 3-4 hours. So that's why I kind of stopped the neighbor stuff a little while ago and just focused on the farm itself. Anyways, moving on, we got a Case 2150 16 row with fertilizer. I had shown you guys that. I don't know. We'll see what FS25 has to offer. I'm not positive as of this moment yet what I'm going to do for FS25, but I really like this planter style, but I really hope they have more options. Which, granted, a lot of this is mods. Almost, Jesus, now that I think about it, I don't think I have a single thing here that's not modded into the game somehow, or was a mod that I brought. I'm pretty sure everything here was a mod, or is a mod, except for the here. You know what? I got you. Except for this fuel tank. This is original in the game. Yeah. So we got a Kinsey 850 cart hooked up to the MT 775 Challenger, and then we got a J&M whatever number this is cart. What number we got? 1051 cart that's hooked up to the MT 875. Even though Challenger is, I don't even know. They don't make track tractors anymore. I don't know what ACO does with a Challenger now. Do they still make smaller ones? Leave a comment below if you guys do know. Probably at this point I'll look it up at some point after this episode. Now that I think about it. Anyways, we built this shop after one of the like half corruptions that I found. One of the mods actually, yeah, this shop that a couple episodes, or well, yeah, several episodes back at this point, I had a different shop that sat here, and whenever I'd park stuff in there, it had a tendency to just kind of move around on its own, which was really annoying. And so I basically created the fire stuff because that is very realistic. Actually, one of my neighbors, I watched his shop burn down not that long ago.
because of a spark that got somehow, instead of having a sealed insulation or sealed inside like this, the insulation they could get to it. It was just kind of, if you've ever seen insulation, uh, they had thrown a spark into it, and it was right up against some dust and some boards, is at least what I was told. And then once it caught one of the boards on fire, it was, and by the time he noticed, half the shed was on fire, and they couldn't save it. So, oh yeah, the bins. I went a little excessive on these, but I also think that the yields on here are just not set up right on FS22. Maybe it'll be better on FS25, but if you have a farm like this one over here, that I mean, granted, I've combined it and changed it a bunch of times, but they say this is 45 acres. That would fill half one of these bins half full. Well, one of the smaller ones probably half to a quarter full, at least a quarter. So probably we'll say a third. Um, and yeah, but then I have all these other fields here that, yeah, they don't even come close to. So, and I know I don't do everything the way Farm Sim wants you to do it. The 2.5 added yield to um, roll it or something like that. But in my area, there isn't much for rolling. There is some in the area. I think you get into some of the more gravel fields. Some of those guys do it a little bit more often, but we don't do it. And which honestly, I would like to kind of do it a little bit. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Brock bins. Brock is very popular in our area. Also, GSI is pretty common. There's GSI dealer nearby and a Supercut dealer in another town not that far away. And Brock is a little bit newer to the area, but the guy that puts up Brock in our area I know pretty well. And if we ever build another bin, we'll probably go with the Brock, unless the uh, GSI guy can just over come over the top with it again and just overtake it. Anyways, backhoe to use to unload those. And then we got a Kloss Lexion 890. I know you guys are probably sick of this style combine because I think I had it in almost every series at one point. But I really like Kloss and Lexion. I hated that they went to the green and white color scheme, but I really liked this version of Kloss. When it was the yellow and black version, they were top. Well, I shouldn't say, they were definitely top in corn harvest for sure. Pace was very good all around. Kloss in corn, you couldn't beat it. Like Kloss, Lexion 8900. Like, yeah, this series, you could not beat it in corn at the time. It had a better sample, could go faster than any of the other rivals, and yeah. So, yep, we got a 7R with a loader. We also had a 7R with a loader in there. But here's a 690 baler that I've had most of the time. Actually, I think I've had this since almost the start, now that I think about it. I wonder how many hours that has. I'd look, but I know that I haven't cleaned up the auction mess, so there's like 3 of them on there right now, so I'm not going to look, unfortunately. Next up, we got our T880 with our Mauer trailer. Mauer is now a defunct brand, basically. Demko bought them and basically just, I think, for mainly the manufacturing as well as the design for the trailers. And actually, Demko trailers are becoming very common in my area now. Granted, I think it's mainly because they're manufactured within, like I said in the last episode, a couple hours from where I live. But yeah, we also got a, well, I call it the U.S. Food. I really like this Freightliner mod because I like semis that give us the labels on them, or even pickup trucks that have old labels on them and stuff like that, because it's especially for the consignment series that I was putting the consignment sale series that I was putting together there for a while. This was made it a little bit more accurate, because some of the consignment sales in our area, like, companies literally will dump off 5 trucks
whether it be pickup trucks, service trucks, or semi trucks, and be like, sell these for us. It's a lot easier than them selling them to someone else. And yeah. So then we got, like I said in the last episode, Timpty Super Hopper. I really love this mod. I wish it would have come out earlier in FS22. I also wish I would have started recording earlier in FS22. But yeah, I wish more mods came out earlier. A lot of the mods I wish came out earlier. I know it takes a lot of time to get mods correct, but it seems like all of a sudden now, as FS25 is coming out, a lot of mods that I like are coming out now too. So that's unfortunate. But yeah. So I'm going to jump up into the air and we're going to fly over to the other acreage. And so yeah, so here's the other acreage that I built out. The house was here. I think there was supposed to be a shed here, but for whatever reason, it wasn't included in the mod pack for this map. That's another thing that kind of bugged me about this map is normally a lot of the mods are just built into the map. So when you download the map, you download the mod pack at the same time. Which I think I heard this map was leaked, so maybe they didn't have time to include it. But I feel like even after it's leaked, you should be able to put it together. But I guess I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand why there were so many issues sometimes, but it is what it is. But I put this shed here, and I put this little shop over here. Actually, this little whoopsies. You didn't see that. This little shed here was kind of nice. It's like a combine shed. And then over here is like a little shop that I kept the sprayer and stuff in. Kind of realistic to how um, in real life stuff, like we at my grandpa's place, we can't store anything in a heated shop. So the guy that we farm with, we run our whatever we need to store inside. We run it over there, which is only like 2 sprayers usually, uh, like small ATV sprayers. Um, we bring over there, and then yeah, usually he'll store it for us. But usually recently we've been putting um, or I was gonna say God no. We've been putting antifreeze in it to make sure it doesn't freeze, rather than just putting it in a heated shop. So, yeah. Um, let's see. Where should I go for a build out thing? We'll go into town here quick. Run over here. First up, I put this seed shed down. One of the cooler mods that I randomly found one day scrolling through one of the mod sites that I use. It's a seed. Basically, it is identical to the Hefty dealer that's near us too. Almost identical. They have a bigger office and honestly a true office on it, but kind of a cool little warehouse thing. And kind of helped me build some of the story as well. So over here is the anhydrous setup that I built out. Um, it's kind of cool setup there. They have this cool little bowl setup here. In real life, that's usually what most companies do is they dig out the ground and set these anhydrous tanks down a little bit because anhydrous doesn't have a tendency to rise. It kind of wants to settle out along the ground. So if for whatever reason it starts to leak, it'll settle around the ground instead of trying to leak up into the area. But I built this because I was doing the co-op stuff at the start of the series, and so I built this out so it would be kind of realistic as well. Did I build anything else over here? Oh, this other seed house that I really love, this Pioneer one. This will actually, like, you can actually set it and it will actually, quote, create the seed. Also has a buying station on the backside over here under the first logger here. You can pull under with the seed tender and load up a seed tender. So I really love this mod too as well. Anything else that I did in town here? I don't think I did anything else in town here. Yeah, the racetrack that I never
went to visit, and yeah, I wish I would have, but that's kind of weird by yourself. You just need someone else to play with consistently. Yeah. So we'll go over to the consignment yard that is still set up from the last episode, like I said, but the only reason I'm coming over here is to show the, which did I never did. I'm gonna do this quick. Oh, well, it's saving, so give it a minute. All right, so production stuff. So I bought and built this grain mill because I wanted to be able to do more, but I never really got into it enough. But I kind of showed you guys a couple times. So I've been making bread for a little bit. Um, let's see, I haven't actually done this. I just want to see. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Wrong button. There we go. Stackable pallets. So that's a great mod as well. Um, but yeah, if FS25 has the same production stuff, I will definitely be using that more than I did in FS22. But I haven't played much of FS25. Like I said in the last episode or a couple episodes ago, I honestly only played it stream day and a little bit. I think just the day it came out and a little bit the next day, and then I kind of took a break because I wanted to be able to. Um, what was I? Sorry, I got distracted by a text message. I wanted to be able to do more. I don't know. I forgot what I was talking about now. So we're just gonna go ahead and head up to the Agco dealership that I built up here. All right, so I built this dealership. It was set up as the Agco dealership. I cleaned up all the tractors because it would actually lag pretty bad having the dealership set up fully. The case one and then the deer one that I had set up over there that we'll go look at in a minute. It would actually lag somewhat. It wouldn't be bad when it was just the dealership set up, but once I start setting up for the yearly consignment sale every time, then it would lag pretty bad. So let's go ahead and head over here to the John Deere dealership that I'm talking about. Yeah, so here's the John Deere dealership. Also had that all cleaned up, but yeah. This was kind of set up already for you. I had to put the sign down and expand the parking lot a little bit, but other than that, everything else was kind of set up already. And then I don't know why they didn't, unless they did more in a different version that they never released or something. But yeah, I set it up as a John Deere dealership because I really liked how it was set up. And yeah, here is the other co-op that I set up as well. I actually um, set this up different in the Through the Ages series, but kind of the same way. Kind of the same thing, trying to get two co-ops set up, like, well, I'd say like real life, but now everyone keeps combining together and making crappier co-ops in our area, and so yeah. All this got cleaned up a little while. Well, yeah, I sold everything because so I could sell the ground, so I didn't have to deal with it. But this was the neighbor setup. Used to be a bin here, shop here, storage shed, dual stuff. Yeah, you'll have to watch a different episode to see what that looked like. But yeah, so yeah, I guess I think that'll just do it, guys. Um, used to have all these farms. You could see where I had combined fields, but the when you sell the ground, the map doesn't recognize it and it just leaves it there. I ripped all this up and then ended up selling the ground because I just didn't want to deal with it. And yeah. So yeah, I'll head back over here to the main yard. But yeah, built these bridges here after I bought these two pieces as well. Actually, after I sold those and then bought these. But yeah. So I guess that's kind of the final tour, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. If you did, leave the like at the bottom of this video. I hate asking for this stuff, but now it's just part of my routine, so it kind of just sounds dumb, and I just keep saying it, or I just keep saying it anyways. Then, but yeah. So like I said, that'll do it for this series, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, and you're not subscribed, you need to be subscribed at this point. I mean, you're following along anyways. So yeah. With that though, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all your guys' support throughout this series, throughout the beginning of my channel so far. And I hope it continues to grow and we can make better and better content, or I can make better and better content for you guys well into the future. And yeah, so thank you guys again. I appreciate all your guys' support. And I'll see you guys in the next series, whatever that ends up being. I got a couple weeks here to decide, but you'll probably know in a different video I'll upload at some point. So yeah, again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.